Welcome back, everyone. I'm so glad you decided to check in on my videos once more. Here we are. Here, you guys know who I am, Gear 100, and we are here with a subscriber special video. And well, okay, I'm gonna give credits to the subscriber right now because this guy, well, or girl, I don't know. I'm just saying they were the ones who commented on my videos a lot and commented this and requested this video specifically. So I'm gonna give them a quick shout out real quick. Bam, this is the person right here, Alex Langton. Alex Langton 9339. Thank you so much for requesting this video. If you guys want your videos requested on this channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the like on the video. Turn those bell post notifications on. That way you guys get a notification every time I make a video. Looking to become the king of YouTube. Yeah, and I need this crew to grow. With more people, more videos can get made. So with that being said, let's continue on to the video, shall we? So let me explain the biography here. Well, the origin. So this Izuku here was an Izuku raised by Storshift Chara. Yes, I say Chara. I don't say Chara. Some people might say Chara, but I say Chara. So Storshift Chara and Storshift Frisk. And in this universe, the Undertale world did actually exist. And thankfully, Izuku was the one to free all the monsters in this verse. Oh, hold on. God dang. All right, I got an idea. See, this is why this video was going to be much harder to explain. But I'm just going to freeball it, see what I can do. Inko fell into the underground world with baby Izuku. And going through the Undertale world kind of like normal. So Izuku basically had 3 moms on his... Wait. Now that doesn't make any sense. I'm freeballing it, guys, so I'm just going through it. You know what? The Undertale world does exist, and it already happened. Alright, basically the main monsters live with Deku in his house with his... Deku basically has 3 moms, since, you know, why not? Inko, Storshift Chara, and Storshift Frisk. And he was raised by all 3 of them. And his brother in this verse is, in fact, Storshift Asriel. So they're going to be heroes together. So you guys might be wondering, and Deku is a half human, half monster hybrid because Undertale monsters are actually free in this world. So you guys might be wondering, who is Deku's dad in this verse? That's a surprise for later, but you guys should know based on later in this thing. So we're just gonna move on from this. So okay, yeah, I've got it. So basically the main monsters like Asgore and Toriel, Asgore, Toriel, Chara, Frisk, Inko, and, you know, Deku's real dad is not in the picture here, but they all live together. So it's like a big house that they live in. So, well, and Asriel too. So that's like, dang, 6 to 7 people. Oh, Lord. All right. Whew, okay. Alex Langton, sorry if this is not the story you were kind of expecting from it. I'm not a very good storyteller from this point of view, but I'm a very good, I don't even know what I'm good at this point. I'm just doing this for fun. This is becoming a hobby. But let's just get on into the video. So Asriel and Izuku both wanted to be heroes when they were younger. And Izuku definitely looked up to All Might, but it looked as though he wouldn't really have a quirk per se. But he did show signs of having magic, which is oddly strange. But Inko chalked it up to his dad being more of the dominant figure in his genes. That's why he has magic instead of, well, a quirk in this verse. And they would check. Okay, so... No. God dang it. Alright, don't bother with that, guys. Hold on, let me turn on Do Not Disturb. Alright, guys, so the story basically... Alright, so sorry for the interruption. So it's going to keep going like this. Izuku went to the quirk doctor, and as in the original, he would have no quirk. But in this universe, monsters do coexist with the humans. So in this verse, there's magic as well, and some human-monster hybrids are created. So they have doctors to go check out if they have magic instead. So instead of a quirk doctor, they would take Izuku to a monster doctor to see if he would have magic. And he would show signs of having magic instead of a quirk. Which is kind of odd because, well, when monsters do and humans like kind of breed, I'm not going to exactly say the word, but, you know, breeding, some like, it's most common for the kids to come out with a quirk and magic, but Izuku would just have pure magic, which is fine. But that's a crazy thing because magic cannot actually be erased. As you guys might know, Eraserhead, he can erase quirks, but since magic exists in this verse, that he cannot erase that. So, oof, bad part on him. So anyway, now we're just going to be moving on. So Izuku would still get bullied because he doesn't have a quirk in this verse. I mean, his friend still would be Bakugo in this one, but Bakugo would kind of pick on him because he doesn't have a quirk. And Deku would say, well, you don't have magic. And that's their kind of combatant thing right there, because Bakugo doesn't have magic, but he has a quirk. And Deku has magic, but he has... Bakugo has a quirk, but he has no magic. And Deku has magic, but he has no quirk. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? I'm tongue-tying myself. So they would stay friends throughout this entire encounter, until Bakugo would think that his quirk is basically a god in this, because Izuku doesn't really practice with his magic a lot. And pretty soon, Bakugo would start getting a big head and think he would be way too popular for it to be hanging out with Izuku. So he would kind of distance himself from Izuku. Not outright, leaving him alone, but he just distanced himself very far. Until Izuku wanted to prove himself to Bakugo and decided to work on his magic. Now, Izuku's magic is drastically different because there's a reason I haven't said which version of Izuku this is. And this Izuku took a lot... Well, I'm making this Izuku have magic, but it's a different type of magic. So, this Izuku is going to be a hybrid between Cross or X-Tail Chara. Ew, god dang, what's wrong with me? And Cross/X-Tail Sands in this one. So, yeah. This is how it works. So, I'm going to say Sands and Papyrus don't actually exist in this verse. Well, yeah, not in this verse right here. It's Izuku who's going to be taking up that role of these two characters. He takes the Papyrus role of being nice and charismatic and, and being a lot charming. But if you make him get serious, he has the attitude of Sans in this verse. I have not even had breakfast yet. My God. And I'm making this video very early in the morning. But that's fine. All right, let's keep it going. So that's what's happening in this verse here. Izuku has both the powers of those two people. It's kind of a hybrid. So don't ask questions on why you can do this, why you can do that. There you go. It's been explained right then and there. Okay. So let me switch back over. Okay. So Deku's power is, magic is basically the power to overwrite anything. Now, how do I say this? This is going to be very hard to explain, but I do have that idea. So, Deku's power is pretty much this. It does work like save files and resetting in this verse, but not exactly as you may think. When Deku would reset something, he would definitely reset back the time, and he would create an alternate version of that timeline, and still nobody remembers it like usual. But in this one, he's not resetting the whole world back to zero, back to nothingness, or to the beginning. He would basically reset a point of where he doesn't like and go back a while. That way he would be able to fix it. Let's say Deku would fail a test in class, right? And he'd be like, "Oh man, I got this," when I knew I could have gotten better. And then he sees what he missed on the test. He basically say, "Okay," and he would bring up stupid thing. Come on, zoom in. God dang, what's happened to that? So he would bring up the overwrite option on, he would just bring it up in front of him. No one else could see it except him. And basically he would rewind a set, he would rewind back to a set point in time to before he even took the test at all, and he would basically get all the right answers. So Deku can reset an entire surrounding, and go back in time, which is actually pretty broken. Man, but he cannot reset the whole timeline back to zero because his magic didn't develop until, in his teen years. So he would just reset back to at this point. Okay, I think I've got it down now. So now we can move on. So Deku can, what else can he do? Oh yeah. So this is what Deku's going to look like as he gets older. Obviously, don't try not to worry about that. But Deku has the power to, well, conjure up magic knives, which is actually super intense. And that's not being all he can do. Since he is also a hybrid of Sans, he also has the Gaster Blaster as well, which is pretty cool. So Deku can use blue attacks and orange attacks. What else? Oh yeah, his special weapons that he's going to be using later. But I'm not going to show that right now. End of high school. Let's just do this. The teacher comes out, says the same BS. Bakugo says that same D-lister crap. And, what next? Oh yeah. Azriel and Izuku both want to go to UA, and pretty much they just laugh because monsters are discriminated against kind of like, mutants in this verse, which is very bad. But that's fine. And it's stupid because monsters have a lower chance of getting into anything except besides humans, and that's, kind of the racism in there. It's really fucked up. Man. This video just might be 20 minutes low-key because I'm not really feeling it right now, but, I'm going to try my best. But Izuku would always pick up Azriel saying that they can both do anything. Azriel obviously is a crybaby in this verse, so he doesn't think he can do anything. But Izuku's always picking him up. So as they would start to go home on the, overpass route, the sludge monster would still come up and try to attack them. Now, Izuku would try to bring up the overwrite button, that way he can rewind and tell Azriel let's not go this way, but it would be too late because the monster would catch them. Well, it would catch Izuku before he could do anything. And Azriel would, conjure up his fire magic and try to throw it at the sludge monster, but he would burn Izuku while doing that. And he's not a very good healer like his mom is. So Izuku would still try to fight with his magic knives and everything until a certain someone would come and save them. That being All Might. And that's amazing. All right, let's move on. So the next thing that would happen here would kind of go similar. Izuku asking All Might, well, could he be a hero without a quirk and with only magic? And Azriel asking, could he be a hero even though he's a monster, even though his whole race is discriminated against? All Might would say yes, of course. They both are pure good people, and it doesn't matter who or what you are. You can be a hero. Don't let anyone bring you down by saying you can't. And they would both hear those words, and they would be thankful as bowing to All Might. Also, they would get their autographs and stuff like that too because they're fanboys. And All Might would jump off like in the original. That's pretty cool. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, I got it. So while moving on, All Might would have accidentally dropped the bottle because, Izuku and Azriel didn't hold on to his leg, so I still need to make this scene happen like normal. So with that being said, they would walk and they would see the sludge villain again, and this time Izuku would see Bakugo within it, and he would care because he does like Bakugo. Izuku's bisexual in this verse, so I don't really care. So you can take that however you want it. No pause. I meant what I said. So, moving on, Izuku would rush out to save Bakugo yet again, using his magic knives and cutting up the sludge villain but he would make sure to miss Bakugo. So, making the sludge weaker, he would pull Bakugo out of the sludge, thankfully. But he would have no way of getting away. And Izuku would say, God dang it, come on. Like, why can't this happen? Like, please, now, I need to escape. And somehow, him and Bakugo would teleport right back to the crowd. And that's when All Might would come in and to finish off the sludge villain. Shortcuts in this verse. So Izuku also has shortcuts. Good to know. So as the people would tell him that was very dangerous what he did, yada yada yada, all that crap. So yeah, Izuku's hair is naturally white in this verse, with that little black streak that you guys see on Chara up in the upper left. So yeah, that's what happens. Okay, let's keep going. So as they would, Izuku and Azriel would walk home, Bakugo would come up and say he didn't need Deku's help, he had it under control. But he would say, thanks anyway, though. I don't like thanks anyway, though, for the assist. Bakugo never being able to admit that he needed help. Izuku would blush like just a tiny bit, but he would walk and just leave. Until All Might would show up, and he would say, well, I mean, he already knows that they can become a hero, but he offers Izuku and Azrael to train under him. Izuku would take it immediately, and Azrael would be like, well, I don't know. Azrael, come on, this is a golden ticket. We can be heroes together. Isn't that what you want? Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. And All Might would say, like, would deem Izuku worthy of the power of One for All. As, you know, next day, Dagobah Beach, he would explain, like, what it is and how does it work. And he would ask Izuku, how does it work? He would ask Izuku, my bad, is he willing to accept the power? And Izuku would say yes, but he would offer it to be Azrael. As Azrael would say, no way, he's too timid. There's no way he can do it. It's Izuku. He wants to be a hero so badly, and people are discriminating against him because he doesn't have a quirk. Well, now he can have one. As Izuku would say, okay. And he would accept All Might's offer, as All Might would say, very well then. As he would pluck out a hair immediately and then give it to Izuku. Now, All Might would say he's going to call someone, as yes, they both meet Gran Torino early on. This is a full year of training, and they get every single aspect that they deserve here. Now, what Deku's One for All in this verse would look like, it would look like purple lightning. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything special to do upon this verse, but yes. As the year go by, Izuku would find out that he has a lot more powers than people would think. All right, now I can show this. Along with, you know, his knives, Izuku finally managed to summon a Gasket Blaster, and this is what it looks like. It you know, a little mini X forms whenever the beam's about to fire, and then it fires the beam. So that's pretty cool. And then another thing, finally he has that little knife that that you guys see. But it's also a dual wield. He can also, like, have two of them in his hand at a time. I'm kind of getting lost on where to go, but I could just follow the regular My Hero verse on this one. But just know Izuku's One for All is purple in this verse. Well, the lightning, at least. And that's how it works, making Izuku much more powerful. But Izuku still has one aspect that he hasn't unlocked yet, but I'm going to save that for later. I'm not doing it right now. Okay, so now we're going to move on in this situation. 1 year later, finally they would go for the entrance exam. And I'm pretty sure you guys can know how this is going to go. Written exam does not matter. Now, Izuku and Azrael both go to different zones, and Izuku hypes up Azrael saying he's got this. Go all out. Azrael would say, okay. And now Izuku goes and he sees Uraraka nervous. But he's nervous his goddamn self. He needs to calm his own nerves before going to help someone else because he's not even confident. All right, let's go. So, finally, when President Mike says go, easily Izuku, like, just teleports outside. And, woof. This makes it fun. And using his magic, he conjures up his knives and he just starts slashing many robots left and right. This time he can just long range it. And he's stacking up points very, very quickly. So at this point in time, 15 minutes would just straight up go by. And Izuku would obviously have made enough points to get in. Like, no way he's not. Until, like, the 0 pointer comes out. And Izuku really wasn't going to bother until he heard someone scream for help. As it would be a green-haired girl who said her leg is stuck and she can't escape. As now it would pretty much follow like as it does in the original. Izuku would jump up into the air, and without thinking, he would straight punch the robot. And yeah, his bones would be shattered. Crap. But thankfully, this girl would catch him using her tongue. As you guys should know who this person is now. Yes, it's Tsuyu Asui. Now, Deku has two people to choose from. He can either choose Bakugo, or he can choose Tsu from this verse. Make your pick in the comment section down below. Which one should Deku pick? Also, 5 likes to continue this series, if you guys wanted to continue. I'm saying that now. So anyway, Deku would say thank you for helping me out there. Recovery Girl would come up and heal Deku, because, you know, Deku can't heal himself. As finally, the entrance exam would be over. 2 weeks would now go by, as Izuku would have gained first place in the entrance exam. Azrael gaining second place. Bakugo gaining third because of an extra FU to him. because I just like doing that. And finally, a week later, they would get their uniforms fitted out. And finally, the first day of UA, as they slide the classroom door open. And I'm going to say, guys, for now, that's it for this story. I couldn't really think of anything more to add on for the extra 10 minutes, guys, so I didn't really want to waste time in doing so. I probably could have fitted something more into it, but you guys, if you guys have played Undertale, then you guys already know the story. I'm pretty sure many of you do know it already. But like I said before, 5 likes and I'll continue this series. Alex Langton 9339. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was made in your honor, and shouts out to you. If any of you out there have any different video ideas for me to stay, Jesus Christ, I cannot speak this morning. If any of you out there have any different video ideas for me to post on this YouTube channel, I will gladly do them if I understand them at least, because this guy is definitely posted a request that I did not understand before. But hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. So with that being said, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Peace, guys.